Hey, welcome to class. I'm Mike Lee, and I'm going to be your instructor. And so what I've got here is the actual starting place, and I'm going to set it up. I don't think I've done it yet. If you see me looking back and forth, because I got a couple monitors. Web is this way, and then the screen where you're being recorded is over here, and so I keep looking back and forth to make sure it's recording right. Anyways, so by the time you see this video, you're going to already have clicked here because I'm going to have the whole class just start right here. So it's going to be the, like, what they call it, like the landing pad or something. Anyways, that's where you're going to start. And so hopefully you've already pulled up this video. The point of this video is to go through all these items right here to explain how to do them. First thing you want to look at is probably skip over this general questions. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to pull this all the way to the bottom, and because that's really the last thing you should look at. The first thing you want to look at is the syllabus. So go ahead and click on that. It's coming. It's coming. You just wait for it. There it is. Composition 3. So those go. Oh, hold on. Alright. Got the books right here. That's the rhetoric. So if there we go. This is the rhetoric. And so if you hear me referring to the rhetoric, that is the name of the text. So rhetoric, that's this one right here. If you're looking on the screen. And the reader is this one. So the reader is mostly like stories and essays. And so if I have you do any kind of essay or story reading, then you're going to be looking at the reader. If you are looking for like text-based stuff, this is like a normal textbook, this one right here. Granted, you know, normal textbooks usually have essays and stuff too. But this one is strictly just the type of content we're going to be learning. And the reader really just kind of has examples of what we're going to be learning. So we'll learn to write from this. Oh, there it is. And then we'll see examples of how to write from here. That doesn't really mean much to you right now. But just so you know what the text looks like, it actually that looks like a fake picture right here to me, anyways. But that is legit how the book looks. So there you go. My email is emily@centralaz.edu. I've got a couple emails already. And this is going to be a generic video. So if this is your semester, good for you, which for right now it is. But I'm going to use this video in the future. So if you're watching this video from like 2037 and you're from the future, this video should still apply to your class. So anyways, let's go through there. I'm in my office. I live in Illinois, if you don't know. And actually, you know what? I will be back in Arizona for a little while in October because I'll be graduating with my doctorate. Oh, yeah. Get to be Dr. Lee now. So I'll be there. And so if for whatever reason you want to meet up and be like, hey, I'm having trouble, I actually will be there to talk in person. And I'll actually be, I think, on CAC campus the weekend of October 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 2017, so for those of you in the future, you can't meet me. But if you're in 2017, then good for you, because you can actually get with me that weekend if you need some individual help or whatever. You just want to meet up and be like, hey, I'm a teacher. Where I was actually going with that is that I'm in my office, and on here I don't have my cell phone number or any kind of phone number. Usually I do, and I guess I just forgot it. So real quick, write these numbers down right here. My phone number is 210-818-6160. That's my cell phone. Best way to reach me is to text me, because if I get I don't save student numbers, obviously, because I only get you for a semester anyways. If I see a number that I don't have saved, which will probably be your number, I usually don't answer it unless you leave me a voicemail, and then I'll call you back. But texting is the easiest way. Now, if you do want to get a hold of me via phone call, you can actually call my office. I'm in here like all the time. Let me pull up my email and see what my friggin' number is. I work at Lewis and Clark Community College, by the way. That's a big LZ there. Come on. Here we go. We're gonna get an email message. There it is. There's my phone number right there. 618-468-4340. And that will actually ring to my office. And if I'm in here, I'll pick it up Toronto. I'm actually calling it right now to make sure that's the right number. Wait for it. Oh, there it is. Yep, so that is a legit number. And I'll hear it ring like that, and I will pick it up, hopefully. Alright, so moving forward, those are my phone numbers. That's how to reach me. Here's my email. These materials you're going to need, that's pretty generic, but the thing is, you will actually need social media access by the end of the class, because we're going to do like a project that has to do with social media. These are the guys that are prerequisites, so in order to be in this class, you need to be able to do these things, or at least this is what the class is all about. This one's actually the only prereq. So you just need to either placed into this via Compass score, or you've completed English 100 with a C grade of C or better. Now these are the course objectives. These are actually what you're going to be learning by the time you leave here. And this stuff right here, I'm looking at this. This is attendance is going to be difficult for you to not show up to an online class. That's like I can't actually see when you log in. I can't really see what you do when you log in, but I can see if you logged in. So as long as you at least log in once a week, and good for you, that's your attendance. Now if you're absent for 3 weeks in a row, then obviously you're not part of the class anymore, and so you'll get so just make sure you're logging into the class. That's the only, I mean, as long as you log in, I'm counting you as here. But tardies, that's just kind of my generic syllabus. I can't think of a reason you'd be tardy in an online class. I don't know. I don't think so. But if I come up with something, I'll let you know. Here's how it's graded. This is crazy, and you're probably not going to get it at first, and at the end of the semester you're going to like it even less. But I grade all the semester I grade all the assignments, not the semester. I grade all the assignments on a weighted total. And so let me look here and show you what that means. That means that every assignment you do is going to be worth a percentage of grade. Everything in here is going to be worth 100 points. But how weighted is that total? So here's like one of my classes I'm just pulling up. So for instance, like the very first assignment, where it says first assignment, let's get acquainted, that's worth 1%. And what that means, it's worth 1% of your overall grade for the whole semester. So if you end up with a 99 at the end of the semester, that would, not doing this assignment, bring you down to a 98. So that's how that works, but all that'll add up to one of the blocks in here. So I actually put that, I think I put that under discussions. And so I think that's, discussions makes up 10% of the class. Well, there's like 10 little 1% assignments that are going to go into that. And writing project 1, that'll make a little bit more sense later when you actually get into weekly course content. But I'll show you real quick. That writing project 1 lasts for like 3 weeks or something. And so if you go into week 2, everything in here is going to fall under writing project 1. So like week 2 reading, oh wait, there's an assignment here. I know there's one in here. Here we go. So no, that's discussion. Writing project 1, reflective narrative, rough draft. So that's going to fall under writing project 1. So that'll take up however much percent of this 10%, and actually we can go back. I mean, I'm not going to do that right now. That'll take up a ton of time. Let's just say it's worth like 2%. I know it's worth something like that. And so that one project will make up 2% of this 10%. So I'm big into numbers, which is kind of weird because I teach English. Sorry. I got my skinny pants on. They're a little too tight. Anyways, yeah, so that all the writing project 1, that's going to make up that 10%, and then writing project 2, all the assignments in there are going to make up 15%, and so on and so forth. Let's see. Assignments got to be turned in on their due dates, even if you're absent. Well, it's hard to be absent in an online class, so turn your stuff in. Let's see. A, B, C, D, F. It's typical stuff. Just looks kind of strange. Basically, this is just saying that if you get a 69.5, I'll round up. And a 79.5, I'll round up. 89.5, I'll round up to an A. You know, you get it. Late work. All right, late work's weird. Late work's weird. I let people turn in late work, but it's worth. You lose 10 points per day, which is kind of strange. But all assignments are due on Wednesday. Don't listen to that. All assignments are due on Sunday. Every Sunday, all of our assignments are due. So, I'm not going to pull that up because I don't want the future to get confused. If they're in the future, they're going to look at my calendar and be like, what? Work's due on Sundays, Sunday evenings. And if you turn it in on Monday evening, then that's 10% off. It's like a sale. If you turn it in the next day, it's 20% off. The next day is 30%. The next day is 40%. So you lose 10% per day. And so you can turn stuff in as late as 10 days. After 10 days, it's kind of not worth anything anymore. However, there is one time in the semester that you can turn in something as late as you want. I just give everybody one late pass, and so I suggest you use it on a big assignment. If you feel like you're going to be late on something, be late on a big assignment because you can use your late pass and then just let it pass. I will literally let you keep that assignment until the end of the semester. You can just put it on the back burner, keep working on the rest of the class, and then come back to that whenever you get a chance. So let's just say your very first essay, you're like, I can't, this class is hard. This class is hard. And I don't have enough time to watch movies and do this class. And so I'm going to need to put something on the back burner. And then you send me an email and be like, hey, Mr. Lee, oh, I guess I'm doctor now. Hey, Dr. Lee. Makes me. Isn't there a TV show called Dr. Lee? It's like that guy from The Hangover. Anyways, write me up an email. Hey, Dr. Lee, I'm going to use my late work, my late pass on the very first essay because I got wrapped up in catching up on, what's a new show come out? Oh, The Defenders come out today. For those of you in the future, it's still today. And so if you're like, I got caught up watching The Defenders and Iron Fist and Daredevil and whatever, and I didn't do my essay, and I'm going to say, okay, cool, you only get one though. Make sure you turn in that assignment by the end of the semester, and we'll call it a wash. You got to make sure though you turn it in by the end of the semester, because if you don't, then you still get a 0, and then you just wasted your late pass. So anyways, normally 10 points off per day that's late. And then after that, it's up to 10 days. And then if you use your late pass, you use that on one assignment, and you can just keep it until the end of the semester as long as you turn it in. Now, if you are just really messing up in this class, or you just decide this class sucks, I don't want to be part of it anymore, you have until October 26th, 2017 to withdraw from the class. Now, if this is in the future, obviously that date's going to be different. If you're watching this next semester, third semester, it's the first 2/3 of class. I'm always going to update this, so look at your syllabus and make sure this date is right. Whatever date this says right here, that's the date that you can withdraw by. And then it's considered a W on your transcript, and so that doesn't go against your GPA. It doesn't mean you get a grade for the class. You still don't get the credits, but you get not an F, and so that is good. I can't do any of that for you, though. If you need to withdraw, you got to go to, I think, talk to your counselor, I think. I don't really remember. But go to the student services. They'll be able to help you. This is, just something I usually talk about, but you can't have a cell phone, camera, or music in the class. Online class. I don't know what to say, man. Plagiarism, don't you plagiarize. I got plenty of stuff. High CPU usage detected. You may be experiencing performance issues. Oh, that's inappropriate. All right, plagiarism. Don't plagiarize, because I use Safe Assign, and it looks up your stuff and says, did anybody ever write this before? And I'll look at it, and it'll say yes or no. And I'll be able to tell if you plagiarize, so don't plagiarize, because I'll catch you. Alright, assignments. So there's 4 big assignments in this class. There's Writing Project 1, Writing Project 2, Writing Project 3, Writing Project 4. Reflective narrative, analysis essay, synthesis essay, multimodal proposal. That's kind of a presentation and an essay, so it's kind of twofold in Writing Project 4. Everything that you use in class is public property, meaning whatever you type up, there's a good chance that somebody else in the class is going to see it, because we do a lot of revisions and editing and things like that. So, lost my train of thought. Oh, so don't write stuff that you're not comfortable with other people seeing, because that could get weird. Oh, yeah, that never happens. What's this one say? Oh yeah, there's tutoring. Learning Center. You can go there if you need it. We do peer reviews, meaning, like I said up here, people are going to be looking at your essay, so don't write anything that's going to offend somebody. um, Student will also complete reading this. Oh, so basically there's reading assignments. Well, reading assignments, writing assignments. Every week there's a couple of them, so we'll have those. Peer reviews, that's reading someone else's work. We'll do that from time to time. There's 4 writing projects. It talks about them here. And discussion questions, you'll have a couple of those each week. Sometimes you'll get away without having any, but most of the time you got at least one. And then proposal presentation, that's this big presentation that you'll use using like this recording software I show you how to use it in like week 11, excuse me, or something like that. And you'll use it to actually do a presentation. And so for my grading of my essays, I grade 20% on content, 20% on content, that's a typo, 20% on focus, that's like your thesis and stuff, 20% on content, which is like the content that you use to fill up your paragraphs, organize, how well do you organize your paragraphs and your entire essay, expression, that's word choice, and the mechanics are like commas, punctuation, spelling, things like that. Now, if you have questions that I can't answer, or you just generally have a problem in class that is you know, not something I can help you with. Maybe you don't like me. Maybe you don't like some guy on the internet telling you what to do. Okay. If you have problems or you just have questions that I can't help you with, contact Karen Henhetty. She is the district chair for communications for my division. Here's her phone number. Here's her email. Something I can't help you with, call her. She can help you, probably. If she can't, she'll get you to where you need to be. More about plagiarism, I have to put that in the essay or in the syllabus, so look over that stuff. If you need disabilities or accommodations for reasonable disabilities, then let me know. Here are the CSLOs, the 4 things that you should be able to do by the end of this class that are not necessarily English-based, but they are, you know, person-based. Sorry, I got a window here. I'm looking out. Somebody walking. And then just this is an extension of the disabilities part. So read that. Tell me if you need any of that stuff. Now I'm gonna go blazing through the rest of this because I meant to make this video short, but it's not. It's already been. I feel like I've been here for 20 minutes. All right. So the schedule. Click on that and look at it. Here it comes. Here, there it is. 16-week guide to English Composition 3, Fall 2017. Now, if you're in the future, disregard this date. Whatever date is appearing on your schedule that I've posted is the correct date. Unless, obviously, you look at it and you know it ain't the right one, well, then let me know. Maybe I screwed something up. Anyways, if this looks like your syllabus or your schedule, good. If it doesn't, well, it might still be the right one. Just pay attention to the date. If it's the date that you're good with, because I'm going to be using this video in the future, if this date forget it. You got the right one. Alright. Writing Project 1, week 1 through 3. These are the things we're going to be doing in week 1. These are the things we'll be doing in week 2, week 3. When we get done with that stuff, we'll move on to Writing Project 2. And just basically everything here on the left is the stuff that we're doing in that respective week. And then in the blue, that's what's due the next week. So for instance, the homework for this first week is to read page 7 through 12, complete the discussion questions, idea drafts. Now this is just like a way for you to plan. I do add stuff to this, and honestly I may have already added some stuff. I can't even remember because I did go through and I tweaked things a little bit, and that's why I'm re-recording the videos so that I can give you an appropriate video for the week summaries, so that I can show you what to do when that week comes available. So look on here, but the real, and I'm not going to talk too much else about this. That's really all it is. It's on the left is the stuff we're doing that week, and on the right in the blue, that's what the homework is. So there's Thanksgiving break here. If yours says something else, then go by whatever your schedule says. This video is just to show you that there might be a break in your schedule somewhere. So look and find that because it is important. And then of course the very last week, no matter what semester you're in, the very last week's where we're going to do our video and the final draft. But we'll talk about that later. So that's really all this is about. But for the homework, the easiest way to go about that is just to look in the weekly course content. So I'll come back to this because this is actually your first assignment. You got to get that done first. But let me show you where everything's at. So click on weekly course content real quick. Week 1, 2, 3, 4. There's all the weeks for the class here, right here. So it only goes up to 15, but that's because Thanksgiving or fall break or spring break or whatever. You have a break sometime in your semester. Wherever that break lands, that's also one of your weeks. So 13, 14, 15, 16. Anyways, all your class content is right here. The only things that are due are what are already in that folder. So the only assignments you have to worry about for this week 1, you click on that. The only assignment you got to worry about are the ones that are in this folder. So for instance, week 1, you got to worry about discussion question 1. Here's some other stuff. I have another video coming, so I'm going to go over this stuff later. Discussion question 2, discussion question 3, and then your homework. These are the only things that are actually due. If there's something on the schedule and it says that it's due this week and you don't see it on here, you can either send me an email. I'd probably send me an email. Send me an email and just be like, hey, is that due? And I'll either say yes or no. If it's on here but it's not on the schedule, still do it. Just do everything in this folder because that is what's due this week. And I'm not going to grade anything that's not in here. So I already put the assignments in. So if it's not here, then don't worry about it because it's not due. So now go back to Start Here real quick because this video is actually just supposed to be for the Start Here section. So click on that. We've already gone over the syllabus, the schedule. Now the very first assignment for this week, even though this is week 1 technically, is the first assignment, Let's Get Acquainted. So click on that. And this is a discussion question essentially. You're going to click on the thread, create thread. And here's where the description is. It says, in this discussion board, please introduce yourself to the class. You get 5 bonus points if you can post a video like I did, like I'm doing, like I'm done. And then tell us 6 things. 6 things. First one about yourself, how long you've been at CAC, your major, what do you hope to get from this class, 1 lie and 1 truth, and then this number 6, I'll tell you that in just a second, because that's for this video. So first and foremost, let me give you an example. Oh, I got phone calls coming. They can wait. Alright, about myself. What about myself? I play video games a lot. And that's, you know, kind of weird because I don't really have a whole lot of time, but I make time for that stuff. And oddly enough, I actually study video games. My major is in psychology, and friggin' phone calls. My major is in psychology, and I study motivation. And so what I do is I look at video games. I try and figure out, you know, what motivates a person to play a video game. What motivates so many thousand people to play World of Warcraft for over 10 years. That is ridiculous. That is a long time. What motivated those people to do that? And so I look at that kind of stuff, and more particularly I look at what motivates them to learn. So for instance, you have to learn to play a video game. Every time you start a new game, you have to figure out what you're doing. And so that's really interesting to me to be as an educator, because I know a lot of times education is super boring. I mean, I've been there. I've had those classes where like your teachers. I had this one teacher. He was an insurance sales agent or whatever, salesperson, whatever. And every night he would come and just tell us about his day for like 3 hours. And then every once in a while he'd show up with a piece of paper and he's like, "Hey, fill this out." And so I got on my phone and I just looked up all the answers and I turned it back in, and that was the class. So that was super boring. I mean, he was an interesting guy, but I wasn't really motivated to learn in there because I didn't care what color car he had or how his wife made crappy pasta. I mean, it wasn't. Who cares? Who cares? So, anyways, that's about myself. I play video games, study motivation, psychology major, blah blah blah. How long have I been at CAC? I've been at CAC. What year is it? It's 2017. I've been there since 2014. I think I started in the fall too, so I think this is like my legit 3rd year. Like right at this very moment, I've been at CAC for 3 years. My major, psychology, is odd. You know, I don't actually have a degree in English, but I teach English. Isn't that weird? It's because I have a buttload of English credits. I have like 42. It's enough to have a master's in English. I just don't have a master's in English. I have a master's in education, which allows me to teach. And then those extra credits and those 42 credits in English allow me to teach English. Same thing with psychology. I can teach psychology too. And so I teach all over the place. I teach at CAC, I teach at Lindenwood University, and then I work here at Lewis and Clark Community College as a researcher. I research, well, just about anything in that happens within the institution. But that's, that's kind of boring. I won't tell you guys about that. What do I hope to get from this class? I hope to get everybody's stuff graded in a timely fashion, because I have a lot of students this semester. I got 2 online classes with CAC, and then I got 2 in the class classes with Lindenwood. These ones at Lindenwood, I got 9 people in one class, and then the other one's got 10, so that's like 19. But then at CAC, oh my goodness, you guys got a lot of people. One of my classes got 27, and the other one's got 24. That means, and you guys are like on the same track. And so whenever you turn in an essay, the rest of you are, because you guys are both watching this video, just forgot. Anyways, you guys all turn in your essays at the same time, and that's 27 plus 24 or whatever I said. That's a lot. That's like 51. 51 essays. Oh God, it's a lot. So like you're gonna turn in like a 5-page paper, and I'm gonna pull up. What does that mean? I gotta read like 255 pages every time you guys turn an essay. So it might take me a little while to get through those essays, but I usually try and get them back at least within 2 weeks. Most of the time, I used to be able to get them back in 1 week, but I've never had this many students before. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, that's what I hope to get out of this class. 1 lie and 1 truth. All right, so this is the part where you would tell me a lie and a truth about yourself, and then, but you don't tell us which is which. Like I'm about to do it right now. I'm going to tell you a lie and a truth, but I'm not going to tell you which is truth and which is lie. You just have to figure it out. Okay, so so here's one I already gave you. It says Taylor or Kesha, and so if, what am I trying to say here? All right, so I wrote Taylor and Kesha here, and so I'm gonna say that I actively, well not actively, like if I'm driving down the street and Taylor Swift comes on the radio, I will listen to it. Or, do you think that's a truth or that's a lie? You think about that. Or, if you think that's a lie, then do you think this next one is a truth? I actively, or like, when Kesha comes on the radio, I don't turn it off. I listen to it. So, is it Taylor Swift or Kesha? Which one is the truth? Which one do I not turn off if she comes on the radio at just any given time? Which one? I keep wanting to say ketchup. Taylor or ketchup? And you can't even tell. It kind of sounds like ketchup. 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 See, you probably can't even tell what I'm saying. Ketchup. Ketchup on my french fries. Alright. Alright. So that's your job. Oh, wow. I already wrote all that stuff down here, and I was just making up. Okay, so like here's a little bit more about myself, and then this is just a written example of what I just did up here. So just do that for yourself. But on that last part, don't tell me if it's a truth or a lie. Just like right now, you don't know if Taylor or Kesha is my truth or my lie. One of them I turn off when they come on the radio. One of them I don't. That's it. You come down here, you put a cute little title. Oop, you gotta capitalize them T's. And then you come down here and you answer. You do, first of all, 1, tell me about yourself. I'm bop bop bop. 2, how long you been at CAC? You tell me, how long you been here? 3, what's your major? English, because that's the only real major that matters. Even though I don't have an English degree. Uh-oh. What do you hope to get? Cookies? Because I'm not giving out cookies. 1 lie and 1 truth. So you'll tell me 1 lie and 1 truth. You won't tell us which is which, but you'll tell us both. I mean, you'll tell us 1 of each. And then down here, now on number 6, that's where you guess mine. So you would say either Taylor or Kesha. Here. And then you just, whichever one you think is correct. Let's say you think that Taylor Swift is the truth, then you'll say is truth. Taylor is truth. Or Taylor is lie, whichever one. So once you're done with that, you'll hit submit. I'm not going to do that because then like the whole world will end. Because I'm actually a student. I don't even know what would happen if I try and submit to my own class as the professor. So I'm going to cancel it, but you guys just hit submit. And then everybody's going to pop up right here. And then if you go through and guess on other people's, their lie or their truth. Let's say they said, oh, I'm from Montana or I'm from Idaho. And then you go through and you're like, oh, I bet you're from Idaho. Wait, you guys are all from Arizona. Because you're in. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. All right, so anyways, let's just pretend somebody's taking this online class from Idaho or Montana. You guess you go into their thread and you're like, oh, they said they're from Montana or Idaho. I'm gonna bet they're from Idaho. So then you type that in there. If you can get somebody else's right, then I'll give you another extra 5 points. So there's a couple ways to get some extra credit here. Anyways, that's the start here. Watch this video first, as you hopefully are already doing. I'm going to place it right above the syllabus, and then you do these things. And again, the questions, those are just if you have general questions. So come in here, ask some questions if you got them, and then I'll answer those. So I'll be right back because I'm going to come to week 1 and re-record this video. And I'll re-record most of the videos, but I'm just going to record the videos as they're due. So for this week, just watch this one. If you go to next week, some of the assignments have changed. So if you're trying to get ahead, the videos are going to be off until the week actually starts. So until the 28th, you're probably going to have the wrong video here. This is for week 2. But right now we're just in week 1, so don't worry about it. I'm going to record a new video for week 1 right now, and that'll hopefully help. And it'll be much shorter than this. How long? What are we at right now? Like 37 hours? That doesn't tell me how long we are. Anyways, I'll see you in a minute. And remember, the dates on all the papers, it doesn't matter what they say. Just as long as the stuff on the screen is correct for you. So if we're looking like next year, if we're in 2018 and you're watching this video and you're like, hey, what the heck? Why has he got these videos on here from 2017? That's because I'm recycling the videos. And so it might be that you start on the 20th and you get done, your week 1 ends on 26. So 27, that's probably what's going to happen. So hello, 2018, I see you. Get to work.